Another message asking for help dealing with Venatori. Let's get to it. Break those crystals. We need to get through that barrier.
This monster, the Gloom Howler, have you ever seen its like?
Never. No warden I've talked to has either. It's definitely blighted, but not darkspawn. Smart. Something special. Normally I'd relish it like this. Now,
You'll find Asan's siblings, I'm certain.
so am I.
Let's hurry. Don't like the tone of that note. Huh. Some kind of fabulous treasure buried in the city?
Ship got in yesterday. Are there any
Best cereal in Min Rathas. Don't fall behind.
Venatori, stop them!
Keep it coming, bro! Done!
over here?
Again.
Someone over there. Looks like she needs help.
That's a win. I'm on it.
Have at it, Alvin.
I'm here.
Let's finish the job. Are you all right?
I'll be fine, I think. But the Viper isn't. The Venatori have him. They're going to kill him. Publicly. Said it would break the Shadow Dragons. And Dogtown.
Where?
The Temple of Andraste. They said it would suit him. Please hurry.
When you landed the killing blow on the archdemon at Weishaupt, I'm glad we didn't lose another good soul, Davrin.
In death, sacrifice. There's some irony.
It can be its own bravery to go with the living.
Well, the only Grey Warden left would have been Rook.
Disaster. What do you want? What are you doing?
Still damaged after those shots from the palace.
I guess we get
Get ready.
There he is. Let's go.
Not yet, I'm afraid. You feel masterfully done.
Let's get Viper out of there before more Venatori show up.
holding off death for yet another day, it seems. I didn't expect help, with the Shadow Dragons laying low. I'm in your debt, Rook.
How did you end up in Venatori hands?
The Shadow Dragons scattered when the Venatori gained power, but I couldn't give up. With Blight in my blood, I've got nothing to lose. Better to go down fighting. I thought putting down one of their commanders would help the city, but the Venatori expected me.
I wish I could have saved everyone. So many were lost.
The Venatori taunted me with that.
So, what now? What happens to the Shadow Dragons?
I'll get word out. We'll find each other. We once started from nothing but a dream. We can do so again.
Does nothing dampen your optimism?
It's more about stubbornness. I have to believe Minrathous can survive this, and emerge stronger. Better, even if I'm not here to see it.
You know, I did find something behind her desk. Something...
Here it is. The Black Emporium.
We have company! Urchin! Where is that urchin? Oh, don't tell me I've misplaced another one. No matter.
Another message.
Very well. You'll be back.
Busker's disappearing from Docktown. But why? Something to look into. The note mentioned a bridge near here. No harm looking.
What happened to the salt room? So where's the gate?
How are you faring with Hassan, Davrin?
It's all good. He's behaving, minding his manners, quiet as a mouse.
So, all the squawking from your room.
Must have been Tosh throwing a temper tantrum.
I distinctly heard a griffin shriek.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes he acts out.
You must instill some discipline. Manfred needed to be taught boundaries as well.
Uh-huh. Except Hassan's a griffin.
And clever. That will only increase, believe me.
Hey, Rana. What's going on?
This entrance was magically sealed. Now it's not. A prank? Or someone trying to hide something?
A ruined tower by the water. Still warm. Whoever was on watch just left. We've got a body. Hasn't been dead long.
Stabbed in the back. Clumsy, but it did the trick.
Someone saw their chance and took it. We need to find the buskers. A restaurant pamphlet. The garden. It mentions performers. Didn't buskers go missing in Docktown? Maybe the Venatori had a hand in it. This pamphlet could be a clue.
So who left it, and why?
We could approach the garden from the rooftops. That'll give us some cover. We still need to save the buskers, but if this is a trap, let's be smart about it.
A dragon to Minrathous. Are more coming?
A key? Well, this is promising. Now to find the door that this unlocks. Watch for danger ahead. Don't want to end up like that poor soul. An ambush! Something feels off about this treasure hunt. Getting through that door.
It's over.
That smell. Where's the griffin leavings on a hot day?
What a miserable way to go. The desperate being lured down here by the promise of riches, only to find death. The treasure hunt. Someone took the game and twisted it. They didn't sell it as an adventure. They sold it as a way out. There's a demon feeding off the desperate in Minrathous, manipulating them. And those who don't listen, die. Evidence points to the catacombs. The rest is on us.
Emmerich, I think you've got to let Manfred learn some things on his own.
Such as?
You know, like any kid. Let him fall, scrape their knee.
That could dislodge his patella bone, hinder his ambulation.
Or he might learn to walk and not fall next time.
That's a harsh thing to wish on a spirit who yearns only to experience the world.
Falling down's a big part of the world.
Manfred's body is an intricate construction. There's no need to bruise it, or him, unnecessarily.
Be ready. Nice move, Rook. That's how wardens get it done.
Nothing in our way now.
I have felt you move against me, beating the city in such perfect condition.
This is not the world you know, Spirit. You will learn it is not yours to toy with.
I am an answer that they come seeking. I give them something to do when their world is cruel. People will do such fun things when they're desperate.
There's a fight ahead. I made that one ready.
With all that's happened, I can see how a demon of desperation woke up here. It could feed on the city and make things worse.
I'm sure the demoralizing effects of its presence aided the Venatori's own similar efforts.
We can't undo what it did, but it won't do it anymore.
I see we've come. That one's ready.
Venatori, and not far from the garden. That's not a coincidence. Let's go in and see if there's any sign of what happened to the buskers.
You ever clean your own dishes at the necropolis, Emmerich? Or is that a job for skeleton butlers?
I was an apprentice once.
How about now?
Well, I am perfectly capable of scrubbing a pot.
That's good. You're on cleanup tonight.
Someone wasn't spending much on their wine.
Come back when you get hungry.
What can I get you?
Have you seen any buskers from Docktown today?
Ha! I heard those songbirds had gone missing.
The Venatori had plans. I set them straight.
It's true what they say then about Grey Wardens. All right, they're below. Just make it quick before someone sees you.
Hello? Who goes there?
Are you the buskers? We're here to help.
So, are you a fellow felon?
Call me Rook. I've been looking for missing buskers.
Lex Aulos, street balladeer, and sworn enemy of the Venatori, apparently.
How did you piss them off?
Well, say I'd composed a catchy but searing satirical ballad with rhymes for vainglory and excretory, and then taught said ballad to every performer in town.
That would do it.
Well, thanks to you and the owner's entirely legitimate seaway access, we live to compose another day. Perhaps it's time we take our act on the road. This city's a lot grimmer lately. Adieu, Rook. We'll sing your praises.
I guess we impressed them, or whoever sent the messages. But was it a game? A test?
I asked Nev about the candle hops. She said no one knows who makes them.
This city has more secrets than it knows what to do with.
Excellent timing, Rook. I've news about our Venatori spy and Crow turncoat. I have deciphered the code from the notes you found. Our friends will meet soon. They plan to take a gondola to rendezvous in the market.
And you want me to go look for a trail and hunt down these spies?
Precisely. Chance Candide is too conspicuous. You'll blend into the comings and goings seamlessly.
The Imperium demands we attack!
Who are you? Are you in league with those traitors?
Traitors?
Take them alive! I want them for questions.
feeling those Venatori were also looking for the spies Chance sent us after.
Now, where were we? Gavrin? I found feathers clogging my alembic this morning.
You have a feather pillow in your room? Mine's just straw.
Don't deflect. You know it was Assam. He's unruly. Messy.
He's still just a kid.
One who'll grow into an unruly, messy adult. How much damage might a full-grown griffin cause?
That's the idea. A darkspawn killer. I'm not raising a butler to serve me tea, Emmerich.
No. He'll need considerably more nurturing.
This is where our Crow and Venatori spies were supposed to meet, Chance said. Let's see if we can track them down in the market.
You could be forgiven for assuming it was a normal market day. I wonder if they carry Navaran goods.
Torn up papers. More of that cipher. Were those spies trying to get rid of some evidence?
Salutations.
Another sign of that Crow and Venatori. It looks like one of our spies dropped a bag. They must have been in a hurry. The note inside said they'd be keeping out of sight in the market for a while. I think our Crow and Venatori spies were here.
Everything has
Wait.
provenance.
Flowers? More wine? This Crow and Venatori. Those weren't spy notes we found before. They were love letters.
I can't believe this.
The romance of it. No wonder they wrote so many missives to one another.
I don't think the Crows or Venatori will be happy these two are seeing each other. Those coffee cups on the table. They must have been at a nearby cafe. Let's see if there's any trace of them there.
One of the few city features that's worth the crowds.
A place one leaves so that one might look forward to returning.
The butcher wants to see Treviso? Then he shall. My father will throw a ball, and I will wear the best dress.
The Venatori are preparing an ambush for the Crows. And they're trying to capture this secret couple to interrogate them.
So what's the plan?
We could send the couple a note. Warn them that the Crows are hunting them too and that they should leave the city. Or I could tell Chance that a Crow's been seeing a Venatori. Not sure he'd be pleased to hear that. There. We left a warning note for our secret couple. Chance will want to know.
I have heard that Crow and Venatori spies may have eloped.
Could be.
I would not have thought it. But who is Chance Candide to Scarlet Love? No. He will wish them well instead.
It's done. And it sounds like that couple left just in time.
Hope it works out.
More weapons.
We'll get them into good hands.
Rook, we have news about the Antam's experiments with Gatlock.
What's happening?
They're working with Venatori to set off these new and improved explosives across the city.
They'll be set off simultaneously to impress the citizens with their new toys, and to strategically destroy the homes of those they deem troublesome.
Our agents cannot be everywhere. I will mark several locations where they store this Gatlock. Destroy it, discreetly.
The lighthouse has been wonderful for Manfred. He's progressing so quickly these days.
Maybe.
There's the experimental Gatlock. Looks like the Venatori and Antam are guarding it, but they haven't set it up to explode yet.
Excellent. We've still time. As we were saying, the lighthouse has been wonderful for Manfred. He's progressing so quickly these days.
Maybe. But can he fly like Hassan?
He can open a door.
Hassan can track and kill Darkspawn.
I'd rather Manfred learn to gather flowers.
Hassan can eat those flowers. He can also dive underwater and catch fish.
Manfred can be quiet and well-mannered.
Yeah? Well, you know, Hassan...
Go on.
You're raising your twin, Emmerich.
Well, I might say the same.
There, boss! Keep them away from the Mage's Gatlock!
We need to get rid of the rest of this Gatlock. That's all the Gatlock here. On to the next spot. Over there. More of that Gatlock the Venatori made stronger.
Primed and ready.
A win for us.
Okay, just one more pile of Gatlock to deal with.
Maybe we can get to it before these idiots blow up half the city.
There's that last cache of Gatlock. And they aren't on the Venatorial alert.
Leave it here. Just one of your last.
It's over.
There. We've gotten rid of the last of this new Gatlock.
The Untarm and the Venatori didn't seem the best of allies, did they?
They weren't too satisfied with this enchanted Gatlock either.
And they won't be making another batch anytime soon. Now Treviso can breathe easier.
Have you seen Ivan?
He kept talking about a tree. Said it was very beautiful.
Rook, I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
What's going on?
Mercenaries. They're taking advantage of the Blight and looting what was left behind. They attack wardens on sight, even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. If they manage to break into the cauldron, there's dangerous relics out there and blighted weapons, and those mercenaries would sell to the highest bidder.
Can't let that happen. If I can stop them, I will.
We'd be in your debt, more than we already are.
What about the wardens?
Blight's distracting them.
Mercenaries.
Take whatever you find.
Already on it.
No witnesses. Take whatever's on.
Profit works for me.
I got my breath.
Warden Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal, and they're willing to kill for it.
Who could witness the devastation here and think of profit?
We can't let this stand.
Killed. These aren't Darkspawn wounds. Enough of us fell. He survived Weishaupt to be murdered here.
Here's what I don't get about...
We got the last warden who found us. We'll got you too.
You'll pay for that.
Set that one up!
Let's go. Ready, Rook.
I'm at the ready!
This isn't the last of them.
Here's what I don't get about the Fate, Emmerich. Somehow it's a source of creation and where spirits live, and the place we go when we dream, and...
And your own people, the Dalish, believed it the home of the gods.
And that, and some sort of kingdom for demons.
As well as the source of all magic.
And maybe where souls pass through after they die.
That's a rather simple summary.
Simple?
It wouldn't be worth studying if it were dull.
Hurry up!
Place makes my skin crawl. This looks
Make it hurt! No contact! Give him your...
That's it for the mercenaries.
Good. The Wardens have enough on their minds as it is.
We should tell Warden Sawyer. Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned, we stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that too.
What are you doing?
The wisps are drawn to something around here. The boxes are baited with notes, baubles, things they steal.
Maybe they're drawn to you.
They've been seen here when I'm not. There's more to it.
Ah, yes. Wisps. The real enemy.
I've seen stranger.
Riveting case we've got here.
I follow the leads I've got. What? You don't like a good stakeout?
I'm great at them. But if it were really good, we'd have snacks.
Can't argue there.
And I'd know what this is about.
We're never short on unanswered questions. I'll take a few that aren't the end of the world. Got something.
We're that good.
Empty.
We're still good.
Careful with that.
But of course.
It's the only lead I've got.
My dear Davron, I'll be as careful with this cloth as if it were burial silk from the Storm Age. And this will be so instructive for Manfred. Ah, Rook, just in time.
The two of you together. This looks like trouble.
The beginnings of it, we hope.
That piece of cloth I tore off the Gloom Howler back at the cauldron still has some of its blood on it.
And now, through the application of necromancy, perfected by the Morn Watch through years of meticulous...
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what the Gloom Howler is.
Rather, discern its nature.
How?
By setting it on fire?
Patience. To discern, one must sometimes destroy. Ah, yes, of course. How interesting.
What is it?
It says this was elven blood. This was a person.
What? But it howls.
A corrupted person. Not always a monster. And something else. Dirthsel. I'm unfamiliar with the meaning.
An elven word for covenant. Like a promise or a blood oath. I think I get it. An elf who took a vow, then gets blighted. An elf who knew about griffins and warden's secrets.
Almost as if...
It was a warden. It's one of us.
Now it murders our own and kidnaps griffins? It should die a traitor's death.
What would that be?
Extremely painful.
Something else is going on here. I'll put out the word, call in favors, see who might know more. But thanks for your help, Emmerich. You, discerned well.
My pleasure.